Hello everyone, today we are going to see some topics of module 1 in the course Wireless Network. First of all, we will see the block diagram of wireless communication system, the advantages and disadvantages of wireless communication system, and some challenges associated with the wireless communication system. Now let us see the block diagram of wireless communication system. The wireless communication system block diagram is nothing but it is a basic communication model which has a transmission path and a receiver path. As you can see in the diagram that there is some information which is being derived from some information source. For example, that information can be in analog form or digital form. If the information is from a human, that is, it could be in form of a human speech, then it is in analog form. But if the information is from a machine or a computer system in form of data, then it is a digital information. That means it is in digital form. So the information is derived or obtained from some information source. This information has to be converted into a digital form, that is in a discrete or digital bit stream. This process is called as digitization. Then this information is coded for data compression. That means the source encoder compresses this data so that it can be transmitted through the channel at a very good transmission rate. That means the source encoder applies the compression techniques to remove the inherent redundancy in the information and maximize the transmission rate. Then we have the encryption module. The encryption module ensures that the secrecy of data is maintained. That means the secrecy of data is maintained till the receiver receives the information. Then we have the channel encoding module. The channel encoding module is a module which performs some channel coding techniques that are used to insert structured sequence. This helps in combating the channel errors. The data can be protected from the errors which are introduced into the information while being transmitted. Then we have the modulation. The modulation method is to be selected depending on the channel. The modulation is a process by which the channel is transformed into a waveform that is compatible with the characteristic of the channel. The modulation can be of two types: analog modulation or digital modulation. In analog modulation, the analog signal is modulated by the carrier, while in the digital modulation, the process it is done by which the pulse are modulated into required digital form or modulated by a carrier. Then we have the next module, which is the multiplexing module. In the multiplexing module, what we do is send multiple signals of the information over the communication channel at the same time in form of a same single signal. Then we have the wireless channel. A channel refers to the frequency range allocated to a particular service for transmission. That is, a channel is a medium through which a signal propagates towards the receiver. The channel can be of three types: simplex, half duplex and full duplex. A simplex channel implies that there is a one-way communication between transmitter and receiver, whereas a duplex, or you can say half duplex channel, implies to a bidirectional communication but on sharing basis. whereas a full duplex channel implies that there is a bidirectional communication which is simultaneous in nature. So this is the transmission path. The transmission path and the receiver path are connected to each other via the wireless channel. Now at the receiver end we carry out the demultiplexing, that is we are dividing the information into different signals. Then the demodulation is carried out. Then the channel decoding is carried out. Then the decryption is carried out of the encryption which was done in the transmission path, and then again source decoding is done, and we get the estimated information which was sent from the information source. Now as you can see, the function of each module in the communication module, the source encoder transforms the analog signal into digital form. Then the process of sampling, quantization and encoding is done, that is the digitization of the information is done. Then the encoding process removes redundancy from the source information, which reduces the data size so that the transmission rate can be increased. The source coding can be either lossy or lossless, for example of Huffman coding, which we all know. The data encryption ensures that the data is secure, that is the security method in which the information is coded in such a way that only authorized person can read the information. The channel encoding, or you can say channel coding, is defined as a process of discrete digital information the process of coding the discrete digital information in the form suitable for transmission. For example, the block code, cyclic code or convolution codes are applied for channel coding. Now let us see the advantages and disadvantages of wireless networks. So as you can see, the first advantages is freedom for wires. Since it is a wireless communication network, there is no cost of installing wires. There is no bundles of wires running here and there, and there is autonomous, or you can say automagical, instantaneous communication without physical connection like Bluetooth, Wi-Fi. These are instantaneous communication. They do not require any physical connection between the devices. Then the wireless communication also provides global coverage. That means communication can reach wherever wiring is infeasible or costly. Then we can stay connected. How? By roaming facility. The roaming allows flexibility to stay connected anywhere and anytime. We also have another advantage, which is flexibility. Flexibility means we can connect multiple devices simultaneously. Now let us see some challenges which are associated with wireless communication. The first challenge is efficient hardware. That is, for wireless communication, we require low power transmitter and signal processing power. Then there should be efficient use of finite radio spectrum. We know that the radio spectrum is having different frequencies and it is very costly and it requires permission. So the efficient use of the radio spectrum should be made, because wireless communication requires the radio spectrum. Then integrated services. That is, in wireless communication, the services such as voice service, data service and multimedia service should be there over a single network. Then there are a lot of human requirements which are there. That first one is delay. For voice communication, the delay must be less than 100 milliseconds. For video, less than 100 milliseconds. Packet loss should be less than 1%. Then data rate should be around 3 to 32 kbps for voice, 1 to 100 mbps for data, and 1 to 20 mbps for video. The traffic should be continuous for voice. For data, it can be bursty, and for video, it should be continuous. So these are the human requirements in order to have a good communication. So these requirements have to be met. There are various challenges in order to meet these human requirements. Thank you for watching this video.